Alrighty, so leg day today. I got the day off work, so I decided I'd pick this up, and it's also just an excuse to use this. Where is it? This bad boy right here. You probably don't care about. It is the Canon 50mm f1.8 with a speed booster on the back, so f1.6. So that should get some juicy footage of me squatting today. And speaking of squatting, I haven't squatted in a week now. The last 2 leg days I've had, I fell in love with a hack squat a bit, to be honest. So I've been using that. And I've just been, because I swapped out squats, I've just been doing hell high volume leg days, which were pretty fun. But I had a massive refeed today, yesterday. And I'm talking like it was huge. So probably a bit overboard, to be honest. But that should fuel my squats today pretty well. I have lost like 2 kilos since the last time I did a leg day though. So could be interesting to see what weight we do. But I've got my... Don't spill. Oh, geez, that was close. My pre-workout of choice today, the White Monster. Elite. God, they're good. Jesus. Yeah, I'm about to head to the gym and eat my banana and then start squatting. So, bananas have like a 3-day period of where they're good to eat. Actually, not even 3 days, like a 2-day period of where they're good to eat, and they are like either too ripe where they're like, it's like eating an apple, or it's like mushy and like eating someone's vomit. So this is too early. It's like eating an apple. Oh, chewy banana. Wish me luck, boys. Alrighty, so basically, oh, bit of calf action here. Forgot about that. Basically, I just decided to do a voiceover for this leg workout. First time doing this, so this could be very interesting. But as you can see here, I'm just warming up. Got 60 kilos on the bar. Been trying to be hell diligent with my warm ups lately because there was a while there where I was getting a bit of hip pain. So I decided, you know what, I should probably like take longevity a bit more seriously and. Basically, yeah, I've started warming up a bit more thoroughly. So I did like 3 or 4 sets before this with just the bar and then 60 kilos again. And then there's a set you miss, which is 80 kilos, and then I went 90 kilos. And then this is my last warm-up at 120. Just a few reps here. Make sure my lower back is feeling all good and my hips and everything else. Damn, I got a bit of quad feathering going on there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm pretty stoked with that. Depth is pretty good, actually. I always thought I struggled with depth, but that looks alright. So warm-ups felt good, so obviously I got into it. Here we go, calf action, a little bit of defender drip. Plug, Josh Dennis, if you're watching. So here I'm basically just thinking, oh shit, I'm about to die real quick. Because 3x10 on squats are not a whole lot of fun. I got 130 on the bar. This first set, I believe, went pretty smoothly. I think the last couple reps were like, not struggle town, but they weren't ideal, if you know what I mean. Like you can see just straight off the bat, I don't have a lot of power coming out of the hole. I mean, I hadn't had a lot to eat today, but yeah, not ideal. I think since getting leaner, my depth has got a bit better. I think my adductors have lost heaps of fat, and it's just like, it's easy to get down, so that's a positive. But yeah, prior to this leg day, I was doing hack squats for the previous 2. I really just liked the isolation you could get in the quad, to be honest. I mean, squats are great, but in the deficit, it's 1, extremely difficult and just like taxing on the body, and 2, it's not ideal for just like quad growth, which is basically what I'm after at the minute. I mean, my outer head is just lacking a hot minute, so yeah, that's what I'm trying to build at the moment. Squats are like a great overall builder, but yeah, my outer quad needs a little bit of work. My calves on the other hand, goddamn. This is, you've seen the last set here, I believe. I only put 2 sets in, I think. Did I put, oh no, the other one's in there, it's just sped up. Alright, so this is my second set. Right here, I was definitely reconsidering my choices of squatting, but now that I'm finished, I'm glad I did. But this second set is pretty similar to the first one. It's not till the third set where I really start. Actually, no, I think there's a couple reps at the end here where I start struggling, but yeah. getting through it reasonably well, considering I'd only had like breakfast 2 hours prior and then a monster and a banana. So anyway, I took a big breath there. I'm not too sure what the go there was, but I mean, as you can see, I'm taking breaths in between reps and stuff like that. So I was struggling a bit, to be honest, during these sets, but I got through it. As you can see, I'm getting stuck a bit there, but while you're watching me squat, I thought I'd talk about the Sydney trip. So I've obviously covered it prior to this, but in 3 weeks I'm going to Sydney, um, catching up with the boys, Morgs, O'Reilly, Josh, and then all the other Sydney lads. But yeah, that should be hell exciting. So going to be filming a few videos while I'm there. The diet, I'm not too sure how that's going to go there, but I'm planning on it not being too bad. And you just saw me there. As I finished that set, I was thinking, God, this is tough. Oh, and the the belt I'm wearing and why there's a green towel underneath it is basically because I haven't changed the setting of my leather belt since I was like chubby. So the waist is still. Damn, look at the calves. I hadn't seen this footage yet. God damn. Um, yeah, my waist was like 32, 33 inches when I was bulked up, and now it's probably down to like 30, 29. So the belt is not tight at all, and I was wearing like a hoodie and it still was no good. So had to chuck the towel in underneath. Look at that Defender Fit drip. If you don't know what Defender is, go check it out. Some of the quality t-shirts. Here I'm just doing some leg press. I never used to do leg press after squatting. Like squatting used to be my main movement, and then I'd just go into extensions and stuff. But as you can see, the way I'm doing the leg press, or you can't really tell here, but while I'm doing it, I'm focusing like majorly on the outer quad. I really just want to get that outer sweep going on. I got a decent range drop, but I do lack a bit of thickness from the front. So that's what I'm trying to achieve here. First set, I probably had a bit too much weight on, to be completely honest. I mean, I don't even know how many reps I got there, but it wasn't many. So I took a plate off, as you can see here. Anyway, second set, again, going for that outer quad. So I'm really just like, I don't know how to explain it, but you like sort of force your knees out while you're doing it, and somehow it just burns the outer quad. This leg press though, this leg press is a very good press for it. Like some leg presses you feel, I don't know, it's just like a different angle, and this one, the way it comes down is a very easy one to get a bit of mind muscle connection in that outer quad. So that is what I was doing. Next we have, what do we got coming up here? We got leg extensions, I believe. With leg extensions, I am well, this machine you don't really have a choice because it only really lets you do 3/4 reps, but I stay in that top 3/4 anyway. I really like just keeping that tension. I feel like if you go back too far, your knees and everything, your hips start to come into play and take a bit of the weight. So I like to stay in that top 3/4 of the rep and then always squeezing as hard as I can at the top. Here I'm thinking, oh God, what have I got myself into? And second set, I only left 2 sets in here. I do a 4x10 on these as well, or 4 by failure really. But yeah, just really focusing on the squeeze. As you can see, the movement I do is less of like a curl up and more like I'm pretending while I'm doing it that I'm like forcing my feet forwards. And I feel like that just engages the 3 heads of the quad a bit better. Damn! God damn, they're not looking too bad. Nah, for real though, I calf raise at the end of every leg day. I do calves 3 times a week because I am trying to get Carlton Loth calves, and unless you're Carlton Loth, I believe you should be doing them. My issue with calves is from the back they don't look too bad, but from the front I lack a bit of width. So with the standing calf raises, I'm really focusing on like standing up on my big toe so that that inner part of my calf is protruding like from the front. So when you look at someone front on and they got that big meaty bit hanging in the middle, that's what I'm after. So that's the way I'm attacking calf raises. Yeah, so I just went ahead and kept on doing these. As you can see, the camera lost a bit of focus, not ideal. But I do a 4x10 of those as well, or 4 by failure again. And yeah, I believe standing calf raises are elite for building the inner calf up. So if you're not Carlton Loth, I advise you do them too. I forgot to record a clip of hamstring curls, but I do them as well at 4x10. So that is basically the whole workout. Hope you enjoy. Whew. Damn, that was a near 3-hour session. To be fair, I did half an hour walking at the end, but still I'm pretty knackered and starving, absolutely starving right now. So unfortunately I don't have everything I need at home, so I gotta go to the supermarket real quick, and then then I'm gonna cook some lunch and eat today. So let's go do that. Alrighty, so I've just finished cooking my pre-workout meal. I'll give you a look at what it is. Pre-workout meal is a nice little beef stir fry going on here, and I put in a few extra veggies just for those micronutrients, but I think it's like 550 calories, like 50 to 60 grams of protein. This is the first time I'm eating this, so like beforehand I was doing veggies with potato and beef, so change it up, bit of rice, hopefully it's decent. Yeah, it's good. Actually, while I'm eating this, quick little diet hack I found out the other day. If you buy little like beef strips, where I get them from, they're called stir fry beef or something, and then cook them in an air fryer with a little bit of seasoning, comes out tasting like gyros meat, so hacks. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. The hot sauce just gave it enough little like kick. Was good. But anyway, I'll go over the leg day a little bit actually. So if you didn't already know, I'm dieting, which means I'm in a calorie deficit, which is why I'm still hungry after I've just eaten that meal, and unfortunately can't do anything about it. The payoff for that though is the fact that I'm shredded as fuck. No, not literally, I'm probably like around 10% at the minute, but I'm looking decent, and I'm gonna continue to look better in the weeks to come. But the downsides are, when I do movements like a squat, which you saw today, I mean I haven't lost a whole lot of strength, I still did 130 for a 3x10, but I was doing that weight, no I was doing 135 for a 4x10, or a 4x12, I can't remember, like maybe a month ago. So this last month of dieting, I think I've seen the biggest strength decrease. Like on incline bench, I was going from doing 4x10s at 100 kilos to now I'm getting like 2 sets at 100 kilos and I got to drop it back to 90. But it's a price I'm willing to pay to look good, basically. Aesthetics over numbers, really, in my books. No one cares about numbers, everyone cares about aesthetics. So, God, do I get a haircut or what? At least that's the way I see it anyway. So yeah, for me personally, I'm going the look good over be strong route. God, I can't sort this out. Yeah, look good over being strong. And to be honest, I'm loving it. Like, if we're being real, I was bulking for bulking. I was being lazy as hell and just really didn't want to diet for 2 years. But yeah, I put on, how much did I put on? I went from like 74 kilos when I started in the gym in 2018, and I got to my heaviest around a year and a half in, maybe a bit less. I got to 105 kilos. Now, to be honest, I didn't look terrible, like I didn't look good, but I mean, I still had like abs. They were just, they were very fluffy, so. But anyway, where I'm going with this is, now that I've cut down and I'm all the way back down to 87 kilos now, it's just not, like unless you're tracking your calories, obviously you're doing it seriously, but yeah, bulking really isn't necessary. So what did I put on? Like 30 kilos that I put on, I'm back being down to just over 10 kilos heavier than what I was when I started. So, and like that's 2.5 years of lifting. So I think I definitely could have just stayed lean the whole time and put on those 10 kilos, but I didn't. I chose to do it that route. It was probably a lot easier in terms of dieting wise because I was just eating whatever I want, but I looked like shit for like majority of the time. So I'm glad to be back under 10% body fat now. It's feeling pretty good. For anyone who doesn't follow me on the gram, which you should, I'll leave a photo here of what I'm looking like. So yeah, as you can see, not terrible. Still got a fair bit to improve on, but not terrible. But yeah, bulking, never again. So as I said before, or said earlier, I'm going to Sydney to meet all the boys at the end of this month. So I've got 3 more weeks of like strict dieting. I'll go away to Sydney, be with all the boys, hopefully look sick. Obviously while I'm away, I'm not going to be able to diet like I have been. I will not be going crazy, that would be very dumb, but I'll go back up to maintenance for the weekend or the few days I'm there, and maybe have a few meals here and there where I don't really track. But then when I come back, I reckon I'll come back maybe 1% or 2 higher in body fat. I'm hoping by the time I get there I'm 8%, and then I'll probably come back at like 10 and a few kilos heavier. And then I'm going to diet back down, see how I look at around 8%, see how I like it, see if I can maintain it. If I like how I'm looking, I'm happy with my size, I may compete later in the year in men's physique. I haven't fully decided yet, but we'll make that decision later on. And I'm hoping that I can maintain around 8% body fat for the foreseeable future, which is, I don't know, I think my step's going to have to be pretty high if my calories want to be like not death worthy, but I mean, it's what I want to do. I love this shit, so I'll give it a crack.